Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna make this manipulation right here. It's gonna be angel on a cliff. So let's begin. I'm going to open the background and I'm going to crop it. So I'm gonna get the crop tool and I'm going to crop it. Something like that. So press OK. So now I'm going to change the resolution or the size of my image to work better on Photoshop, because if I don't lower the resolution, it's gonna be slow. My computer is gonna be slow, so I'm just gonna lower the size of the image. If you want, just keep it the way it is, but I'm going to resize it. So I'm just gonna change this to 72 resolution, and on width I'm going to put 1200, and that's gonna be my size. So next I'm going to duplicate that background and I'm going to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm going to put 3 pixels. Click OK. So next I'm going to open the other image. It's gonna be the cliff, and I'm going to remove all these and I'm just gonna keep this one right here. So I'm going to get the quick selection tool and I'm going to select this area. Once selected, I'm gonna go to select, modify, and feather. I'm going to put 3. Okay, and I'm going to extract it. Next, I'm gonna move this to my background. I'm going to resize it. I'm going to flip horizontal and I'm going to put this right here and put it a little more straight. So now I'm going to change the color of the cliff a little bit. So I'm gonna go to color balance. I'm gonna click this to put it as a clipping mask, and I'm going to change the numbers right here. So I'm going to put -13, -20, and -10. So next I'm going to add a gradient map, and the colors is gonna be white to brown, and the brown color is gonna be 321500. Click OK and click this reverse option. Change the blend mode to soft light. So now let's bring the woman and let's put it somewhere right here. Next, I'm going to desaturate the woman by 30%. So I'm gonna go to hue and saturation. I'm gonna click this for clipping mask and -30. So now I'm gonna click the woman layer and I'm gonna add a new layer below that. So I'm gonna press Ctrl and click this, and I'm gonna name this shadow. I'm gonna get the brush tool, black foreground color, and the opacity is gonna be around 25 to 30. So we're going to add some shadows to the woman. So just go like this to make that area dark. Just pass the brush 2 or 3 times or 4 until you are satisfied with the shadow. And paint some shadows right here. So I'm just gonna paint a little more black on this area to make it look like it's a real shadow. Something like that. So now I'm gonna click on the top layer and I'm gonna add the touch and burn layer. I'm gonna choose the burn tool, mid-tones and 20% exposure, and I'm gonna darken some areas. I'm gonna begin or start with here to make the skin match the shadow. So just paint like this. Once you're done with the burn, let's go with a touch and let's lighten some areas. Just go real quick on the light areas to make it more lighter, but don't exaggerate it. This dash thing is optional, you don't need to do it. So it's gonna look good with or without it. So now let's click on, or let's make a new layer below this touch and burn layer. So control and make a new layer, and let's name this shadows 2 or shadow 2, and with the brush to dark foreground and around 35 and 33 flow. So opacity 35 and flow 34, 33, and let's darken some areas like on top of right here on the leg. So let's paint on here. And here. I just noticed that I put a lot of dark or black shadow on the first shadow layer, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna choose the eraser tool with around 20, 15, 20%, and I'm going to delete some of this heart area. And I'm gonna choose the brush tool and I'm gonna paint. So something like that. So now let's click on the dodge and burn layer and let's add some selective colors. Let's change the color a little bit. So go to adjustments, selective color. On red we're going to put all these 4 options or percentages to 100. So just move this to 100. And then go to yellows and we're gonna put these 3 to 100. And the black, let's put 60. And on magentas, 100, 100, 100, and 33. Now let's go with white. It's gonna be -3, -8, -3, and -2. So now let's press Ctrl key and click on the woman layer icon to make a selection, and click on the layer mask of the selective color and choose the brush tool with 100% flow and 50% opacity. And we're going to paint the woman, or we're gonna mask with 50% the woman. So just go over the woman and Ctrl D to deselect. So now let's make a new layer, name this sun, and choose the brush tool with white color and 100% opacity, and we're going to make the brush a little bit big, brush once, then make it small, and let's make some lines like this. Let's go to filter, blur, motion blur, and angle 41, distance 900. Click OK, and we're gonna change the opacity to around 35. So now we're gonna insert the other image. It's gonna be the grass. And we're gonna put it right here. Right here. Right there. Click OK. Change the blend mode to multiply. Add a layer mask. And select Controlled and click on the woman icon to make a selection, and press Alt and Backspace to erase the green thing or green grass on the woman. Next, select the brush tool and we're gonna erase the rest of the grass. Change the brush with this brush right here. Lower the size of it, something like that. So we have this so far. Next, I'm going to change the opacity to around 20 pixels, 20%, and change this to white, and I'm gonna paint just this area to bring 20% of the grass or the dark right there. So next, make a new layer and name this white, and we're gonna paint a little right here, something like that, and blend mode to soft light. So now let's go with hue and saturation, and we're going to desaturate the whole image by -50. Next, make a new layer, name this gradient, name this gradient, and choose the gradient tool, and we're going to select these colors. Zero 4 3 6 4 D. Okay, and on the other side it's gonna be E47409. Click OK and click OK, and graph this from this corner, left top corner, to the other corner, to the opposite corner. Change the blend mode to soft light. I'm gonna add a layer mask, and I'm going to delete some of here. I don't want this to be too dark. Some of here. Right here. Make a new layer. Name this brown. Brown. Select this dark brown and change this to 100 and paint this light or this area. Change the blend mode to soft light and the opacity around 75. So we paint this brown to match this other mountains color. We're gonna add some color balance to change a little bit the color. So go to adjustments, color balance, and we're gonna put -10, 6, and -29. I'm going to make a selection on the woman, controlled and clicking on the woman icon. Go back to the color balance layer mask, selecting the brush tool with 37% or 35, and I'm going to mask the woman. Control D to deselect. So we're almost done. So let's make a stamp. Control Alt Shift E. Go to filter, sharpened, sharp mask, and we're gonna put these settings 35, 1, and 4. Click OK. Let's make another stamp. Control Alt Shift E. Go to filter, other, high pass, and put 5 pixels on radius. Click OK. Change the blend mode to soft light, and you can leave the opacity to 100 or mess it around with it and change it to 75, 50, or whatever. So yes, this is the result we have. I hope you get the same result as me, and I hope you like this tutorial. If you haven't checked the other tutorials, go check them out. And if you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button for more tutorials, and leave a comment if you have any question or any suggestion. Also, like this video if you liked it, and share it with your friends if you want to. Thank you guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.